Hi guys, welcome back.
Welcome.
I suppose you could say this is part 9.
Yeah.
Okay. Now this is for. I wasn't going to do this bit yet because this is more advanced on where we would be at if you're following this as a stage of you've got your chisel set and you're going to learn to use the Type 3. This would have been further on, but I was asked a question by Gavin Conway. Asked me about beading, doing the beads on the outside of like a spindle or a honey pot using just carbide. I've done them with spindle gouge, people can see that. I've done the bird houses, I've done the honey pots, I've done all that, and I've done the burning on it. But I was asked a question, so I'm going to answer it, okay? Yeah. So what I've got here, I've got a piece of yew, and I've just done it roughly to that sort of shape, okay? So I can show the beads, and that's all it is. And doing them with the carbide. It is pretty much no different. And it's something that I wanted to say as well. Now, if you've followed through from part 1, and I'm not just saying do that, and that's it, you'll be fine and you can do everything. What I'm saying is, if you've followed along and you've practiced the cuts I've said from the starting off, from the first starting, and you're doing that, you will be at the stage now where you can do the pots, you can do the hollowing, you're rolling them, you're getting better. You're now managing to get the cuts and getting the clean finish. It's about getting the finish, okay? So you're not doing all this. Carbide have got terrible rep for being rough and can't get a good finish with them, and they're just scrapers. They certainly, and as I'm hoping you can see and can agree that they definitely are not scrapers, okay? Anything can scrape, they're not scrapers. And if you use these, and it was noted by someone else, which I was going to say about it, if you use these the way I've shown you, this will really set you up to use the other traditional tools when you come to, if for whatever reason you're using carbide, it might be you want to get onto a traditional at a later stage. This will really set you up for it, because you will find, and I will show you probably on another video, that every cut we're learning here with the carbide will transfer straight to traditional, no different whatsoever, okay? And it will set you up for it. You've just got to then learn to do your sharpening and things, but you've got your carbide. Using carbide, people say carbide, it will set you back. I've never heard something so stupid in all my life. I really haven't. You know, how the hell a piece of wooden hand or a piece of steel bar and a cutter puts you back on your turn? Look, it's a tool. It doesn't make you do anything. It's what you do with it, okay? And because everyone seems to believe you just pull it here and go scrape, you know. Oh, yeah, oh, there, look, I've turned the bulb. Yeah, it's a bit rough, I'll sand it, you know. No, if you're going to use them like that, then it is going to set you back. But if you use them the way I'm showing you to use them, whatever you do with this, you'll be able to pick up one of these and you'll just use it exactly the same. No different. Your muscle memory will be the same. Don't think don't get the mental block that it's a different tool. You've got to use it different. They are so similar, it is unbelievable. Right, now let's get on with what we're doing. Enough of that rabbiting. Right, we're going to start this up, little honey pot, okay, to see what we can do. First thing I'm going to do, I'm going to give it a little clean up, okay. I'm wearing my mask at the moment, so I'll take it off so I can explain what I'm doing. Right, I'm just going to clean this up a little bit first, okay. Now I'm getting a little bit of bounce there because the tool rest is a little bit high. I just want to clean this a little bit. And I can only come up to there, then I've got to go the other way. Right, that's nice. Now I'll just clean this a little bit. My tool rest is coming away, I've got to get it in. It's all about the position of your tool rest. And that's right on the crest there. Right, okay, so we've got that. So we've cleaned it up. I'm going to leave that there. No, you stay there. We're going to use the two tools. Now, if you're going to do your beads, what I would recommend is your first thing is give it a little sand, okay? Just like so, just get it clean. So you turn your little honey pot, okay? You turn your pot, give it a sand, like so, that's it, that's done. Right, now you're ready to turn your beads. Right, now if you're going to use the round carbide, we're going to come in, and Lisa's going to come in nice and close now. So if we're starting from the bottom, where our foot is, we want to come in with our foot. So we want our tool rolled right over, and we're going to come in where our foot would be, close it completely, open. And there we can roll our beads, okay? And I'm going to just take that little, that's it. Right, so we've got our beads. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to finesse them a little bit, come in. Now, be careful when you're going downhill. It's really best to do them just uphill, but sometimes they need that little clean. And you're just going over the top, real gentle. There you go. Right, now that should have cleaned them up. Let's have a look and see what they're like. Oh, we've got a little bit of tear out there. I'm going to have to come over that way again. Right, but that's okay. We've got our shape of our beads. We've got a little bit of tear out there. So we're going to come again, and what we're going to do, we're going to get a bit better cut and get a little bit deeper in there. I mean, to be honest, I wouldn't normally do these with a carbide. I'd normally be doing these with a spindle gouge, but you can do them. That's better. You can do them without any special tool, without buying any special tools or anything. Just with your standard carbide. Let's have a look. Right, a little bit of tear out there. I'd have to finesse that, but that's going to be better with the detail. I'm going to show you the detail. This is doing with the round, okay? Now we're going to go with the detail. We're going to see what we get on the detail. Right, so I'm going to start here and roll some more, and I'm going to clean these ones up with it as well. So the detail the same, come over, come in. The detail is actually the better chisel to do it with. And that's all we're doing is rolling those beads over. I'm going to come into there. Right, I'm going to come over these to clean them up. I think the detail's the better one. The round isn't as good for it. And all we have to do is finesse them. Just come over the top like that. You can see how we're rolling. We're using the bevel. We are not scraping these, we're using the bevel. There, we've done those. Right, let's have a look and see what we've got. See how they come out. There, we cleaned up that tear out. I've got this little bit here, I've got to finish on this. Look, I didn't get right into that end. But we cleaned up that tear out on there, okay? Let me get this. That's it, that's gone. That would more be in there like that. So we've finished on that. Okay, and there we go. And if you get any little bits, little misshapes,
you can go back the other way. Just be careful when you're going downhill. They are better to cut when you're going uphill, okay? But you just come in, get your bevel in there, and when you come down, you've got to drop your handle right down so you're on the bevel, okay? Don't do it as a scrape. Don't do this and scrape them. That won't give you anything. We're on the bevel. Points in. Drop the handle. Get on the bevel. Roll it over the top. Move the handle round. Cut it in. Come back up. Get onto the bevel. Over. Bring it in. Drop the handle right down, come onto the bevel. We come across, you can see, look, there's no cutting. There's the bevel. On the bevel. Run it in. This is where we get a bit careful because we're going down quite a bit downhill now. It tends to want to run away from you. Just take your time and practice it. You won't get it right first time. I don't normally turn them with carbide. I've got to be perfectly honest with you. It wouldn't be my choice. I would have a spindle gouge for doing it. But we can do them with carbide there. We've cleaned them all up, look. Lovely and clean. Because the thing is, what you can't do is you can't come back in and sand them all, okay? So that's how we would do our beads with the carbide, okay? You can do them with the round. It depends on the wood. This is a bit of yew, okay? Now, a bit of beech, a nice hard piece of beech, works fine. The round will work on it. It's not as good on yew. And the round, you've got to be careful because you can't get onto that bevel to run over because the size of the cutter. You can do that with the detail. So personally, the detail chisel to run your beads. Okay. And that is it basically. So there you go. I hope, Gavin, that helped and you can give it a go. Like I said, practice them. Practice, practice, practice. If you do a load of little, like I said, get your pine. I haven't tried it on pine actually with carbide. I've not tried. I haven't got another bit ready to do. No. Might have to give them a go. I haven't tried it on pine. I think it would work fine, but get some bits of pine. Turn it. Practice, 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 practice. That's the only way you're going to get it. But anyway, I hope that helps, okay? And if you want them more rounded, you can get them more rounded. You just have to take a little bit more time and work a little bit more at doing it, okay? But that is, you just have to take that little bit more time and just roll them over a little bit more, you know? But it's a lot more, for me, that's more satisfying than getting a tool and just pushing it in and going like that with it, okay? I don't own a beading tool, I never have. I've never had a beading tool. So I've always just turned them. Right, okay, that was just that quick one, guys. I will see you on the next one. Now, I'm finished with the pine, okay? I've had enough of it. I've finished with that.
Crappy pine.
That spruce stuff and all that. So what we'll be doing is we'll be moving on to some bits like this to turn, okay? We've got some bits. This is a piece of ash, okay? And we'll turn some of this, so if you want to do some live edge, I'll do some of that as well. And then I've got some bits like, this is a piece I was going to turn, but it's got a big crack there, okay? That's a piece of yew, and it's a shame actually, because that would have looked really nice, that. But I don't mind that on where the pith would be, and you get the crack. I quite like that spider crack sometimes.
Yeah, I like it. It's nice.
But when you've got a crack like that going through it, that's a different matter altogether. So, yeah, I stopped on that one. Yeah, right, okay, guys, that is it. So I will see you. I've got a bit of sawdust. It's gone down here somewhere. It's on my chest. I can feel it. It keeps scratching me. Right, anyway, I will see you on the next one, guys. And Gavin, I hope that helped with doing beads. That's how you can do beads with your carbide. And satisfaction of turning them like that.
Yeah.
So, and don't forget, if you want to move on to your traditionals, practice like this, and then when you come up to get your traditionals,
don't use them any day. You bowl gouge it and everything, it's done the same. Drop the handle, use the bevel, it's all the same. I'll see you on the next one, guys. Toodle pip. And remember, that was part 9, there won't be a 10. Toodle pip, guys.
Bye, guys.